Hey, John and Casey, here we are at 1935 Shale Drive. We're going to just run through the exterior first. Got a couple other people looking at the property today, and then we'll run on to the inside when they head out. So, just coming out to the property, looking around, everything looks well maintained, has a really nice yard, and the space used out here is also very good on that side. When it comes to the exterior of the home, everything on it is looking like it's in pretty good shape. There's one section that might need some work later down the road, but for now they've got it temporarily fixed, and we'll go through that here in just a few. But wanted to get you an idea. Sorry the sun is not in the best position for this video today for the exterior front side of it. Hopefully I'm getting at least a decent view of the home. But I'll kind of get you guys an idea of what it looks like. Plenty of mature landscaping. Has a great ponderosa pine, weeping willow. Has a nice ash tree out front and a couple other really nice features as well in terms of landscaping. Really keeps the house hidden and secluded away from the rest of the neighborhood. Right now, standing out in the middle of Shale Drive, right across from this home is going to be a new home that I bet is going to be finished. I'm not sure if it's going to be the same group that did this home across the street, but can get some information on that as well. So this might be another home that might be coming up that might be worth looking at. Has a little bit of a different curve appeal compared to this one. But overall, neighborhood's good. Like I said, this is a dirt road through this entire part of the little neighborhood. So a little bit rougher of a ride, but nothing too bad on that end. You definitely have some open space, some pretty decent sized acreages around here as well. So it kind of keeps things a little bit more separated, which is nice. But let's kind of go through and start kind of walking around the house and kind of show you guys some of the features. Roof looks like it's in good shape. Looks like they fully did the roof. There is some pitting in the concrete drive as you come up. That's just more of a cosmetic thing. You could always get it replaced at some point on that side. This one wouldn't be too expensive to come out and do. I bet this would probably be like a 15 grand job if you wanted to go out and get a brand new driveway put in. If you were going to go concrete, asphalt might be another good option as well, which is a little cheaper. Garage door, all brand new on that side, brand new motor on it. Gutters all look like they're in good condition, all mounted well to the home. I have seen some bubbling paint around the metal parts of the gutter. One example would be just on this downspout. It just wasn't painted well, so you have a couple bubbles that are gonna eventually pop, and the paint will need to be redone at some point. Coming to the east side of the home, this is probably where the worst of the damage is for most homes on that side anyways. They did go over it, repainted it, but a lot of this wood on this side of the home in particular is definitely in some need of some repair. Probably in the next 3 to 5 years would be my guess. Nothing major, but this is kind of the area where I could kind of see they started running out of money a little bit on that side. In terms of slope away from the home, this is the only side of the home as well that it has a little bit of a negative slope going back into the foundation. So something to kind of look at when it comes to an inspection objection and trying to get that resolved or fixed. We'll pop around the back here. They do have drip irrigation, it looks like, around some of these areas, and just a plastic border. And that is about it for this side. We'll run through the front of the house here really quick, actually, since those guys are in the back. And hopefully I'm getting you guys a good enough photos of this place. But nice front porch coming off the front. They got some nice cedar siding as well on it, which is good for longevity and does kind of add a nice little touch to it. The biggest spots where I can tell these guys use the funds to redo this house is definitely on the inside of the home, living area. And they've just done a lot of the maintenance upkeep for the exterior. They put new mulch in and just kind of trimmed up the bushes. This area over here is where the master bedroom is. Technically the closet for the master bedroom, which is completely covered by some of these juniper bushes and other bushes as well. So it keeps it a little bit more private for the evening time. I would say the front yard holds probably a third of the lot, or maybe a little bit more, and the rest is going to be in the backyard. But overall, really good use of the front yard. When it comes to springtime, summertime, you're not really going to see too many neighbors from the front of your house or from the back of the house. and could use a few more plants to kind of cover up a few other areas that I'll show you as well. But overall, everything on the exterior is looking in really good shape. When we get around back too, they did put a new AC unit in it, a new furnace as well. So everything is ready and move-in ready on this place. So we'll pop around back here really quick just to see if these guys are gone. You do have some power lines that are going to be running across the property. Not a big deal. When you're starting to live this far out, you're going to start having power lines that aren't underground. So some storms could cause issues, but more than likely it's not going to be a really big issue out here. We don't get that heavy of snowstorms, but every once in a while we do, or heavy winds, and could be an issue. So just something to kind of think about, and maybe in the future you get a Generac or something like that, just in case power ever did go out for an extended period of time. Coming back to the back of the home, they did go through and they took out a big elm here. They did leave the stump. Could be taken out at some point, wouldn't be a half bad idea, or at least kill it so that the roots stop growing. Exteriorly on the back side of the house, the wood is in good condition. All the doors have been replaced, windows have been replaced, and everything is looking really good on that side. There is still some negative slope going back into the foundation as well. This is on a crawl space, so not a major issue, but just something to be considerate about if it is an offer that we want to put in, and we would be looking at an objection at some point. But overall, if we can look back here from the back porch, you do have an upsloping hill towards the back of your property. It does create a lot more privacy on that side. The house directly behind there is pretty covered up by most trees in that area, so you're not going to really see them too much in the springtime, but could be a good use of a couple extra trees just to cover that up. Colorado blue spruces would be a really good option for out in this area, or any type of ponderosa pine as something for all year round. So I know you guys wanted to discuss the neighbor that is to the south of this home that we're looking at. I did throw their home on the front side as well. When I was driving around, I went to the front side. This is actually a pretty nice home. Backside needs a little bit of paint, but nothing too serious on that side. None of the windows on this home either really are pointing towards the home, are going to be in view of your home, so you're not going to have to really worry about someone coming out and watching you or looking at you while you're hanging out in your backyard barbecuing. Other than that, fence is in pretty good shape. I went around, touched all the posts on that side. They're all sturdy. Nothing's falling apart or decaying on that side. At some point, might need a little bit of trim work on some of the trees around here and some of the bushes just to keep things up. But other than that, in really good shape. I'll go in and show you guys really quick. So this one is on a crawl space. It is about a 3.5 foot tall crawl space down there. Not going to get probably the best views in the world, but this is going to be down in the crawl space. Pretty dark down here, but just to give you guys an idea of what it looks like. There is some areas that you could put storage in if you really wanted to, but nothing I really recommend on that side unless you're going to go in and put some plastic down. In terms of concrete, freshly poured concrete back here. This is actually one part that does have a positive slope away from the home, which makes it a lot better on that side. Most concrete here in Colorado typically has a negative slope back towards the home, but that being well done on that side is a big benefit for this home that you don't have to worry about. Coming to the side of the home, this is going to be the north side of the home on that side. This is the only part that is fully gated, so if you guys are worried about a dog, the south side still needs some fencing around the front to keep your dog in. This does have a gate on it, and then right in the corner here is where you have your new AC unit, which is a nice spot, which is tucked away and kind of hidden and quiet, so you're not going to hear it during the summertime when you're out here hanging out. That's pretty much it for the exterior part of the home. Plenty of space, good enough area to be able to get peace and quiet out here. Just standing out here, you can hear a little bit of road noise from from a couple of the main roads that are around the corner from here, but it's really nothing too major on that side. Let's go through and I'll take you guys back around here really quick and we'll run through the inside and then kind of get your guys' opinion on what this house kind of feels like and something that might be worth your time or not. And we finally got some good light here, so I'm gonna get you guys a better look at the front here really quick as well, since that sun's down. Overall, really appealing home from the outside. Good curve appeal on that end. And like I said, with how much work these guys put into this home, you know, there's probably a very small margin that these guys are working off of with the price point at $655,000. I bet these guys have roughly maybe $550,000 to $570,000 into this place with renovations and the cost of the home alone when they bought it back in 2021. So there's a little bit of room, but with commissions and everything like that, it really kind of cuts away at what they can actually sell the home for. So I'll be very curious if these guys would be going much lower than that 655 mark. But you do also never know, just depending on where these guys are at. But let's now jump into the main part of the house and give you guys an idea of what the interior is like. Okay guys, let's head on to the inside and get you guys an idea. Really quickly here, they did have to do a little bit of concrete work here as well. And they also did a really good job sealing along this patio. You're not gonna get much moisture from here unless you get kind of that eastward storm that comes through. But it is well sealed on that side. Like I said, all new windows as well. So things are looking really good on quality wise when it comes through when you're going through the front of the house. We will pop in now. So coming into the home right away, nice and open, nice and inviting on that side. This is where they spent the bulk of the money just renovating this area and making it a lot more usable. If you go back and look at some of the old photos here, it would show you that this is a lot more closed off. So they opened up a lot of area to allow this to feel like an actually open floor plan. Spent a lot of money also on the kitchen on that side. These are going to be quartz countertops. They do have soft close cabinets and drawers. And they did do some decent hardware as well on it. All decent appliances as well on that side. You do have all Samsung for product on that side, from the stove, refrigerator, the stove vent. I'm not sure, but that is a Home Depot or Lowe's version one. That's around a $400 vent hood for the ovens or for the stove top. So not a bad deal on that side. And plenty of storage. I mean, they put a lot of money into the cabinetry here for the kitchen. They do have a kind of a unique little spot here, a little bay window with plenty of counter spots, so maybe a good spot for some plants. That's pretty much what I would be putting there. Maybe a coffee machine, mixer, some of that stuff. I really do like the flooring in here. This is the luxury vinyl LVP, and so really nice quality, feels nice, makes the home warm and inviting when you come in. Dog scratch resistant, you know, water resistant on that side. So overall pretty good deal. They put a couple nice little features as well, some more decorative walls and trim around the area just to kind of make some of the walls pop as an accent. And added a couple little cubby areas with butcher block wood. So nice little touches here and there just to make things a little bit more interesting. All the furniture here is staged, so just to give you guys kind of a perspective on that side. One of the other big positives I do see on the inside is these guys did not, you know, cheap out when it comes to putting in more lighting into this home. With having so much landscape and trees around here, this home would feel a lot more, quite a bit darker on that side without how many can lights they did put in this home. So overall, really good quality feel, really nice touches. Fireplace is a real wood burning fireplace, so really nice on that end. Hard to find them here in northern Colorado. Put a nice little border around it too, and it looks like it was all professionally done. It wasn't like a homeowner was doing this and kind of chopping it up on that side. This home also has a plethora of sockets for plugins, so you're not going to be searching for a plug-in for your TV or for any of your lights that you're going to bring in here at some point. We'll take our way back towards the bedrooms. First bedroom is going to be here on the right side. This is facing towards the east side of Colorado. This bedroom is probably about a 11 by 9.5 would be my guess on that side. Decent enough to where you could put a full-size mattress in here. The way they have it kind of set up right now doesn't do it justice, but it's definitely a guest room or office space. Probably what would work really well in this room would be to have a kind of hideaway bed on that side and then keep it as an office just for some extra space. Coming to the left side of the house, you will have your closet, laundry, and washer unit area. Does have the 220 in it, has everything already plumbed in very well on that side, so easy plug and play on that end. This is definitely not a gas dryer or washer, so you'll have to have all electric on that side. One maybe negative on this side, and there's been a few spots I've seen, is older home on a crawl space. So there's a couple areas where the foundation kind of dips down maybe a couple centimeters or an inch at most on that side. Can't really feel it anywhere you walk, but there's a few spots you can see when you are walking around at least that it is, you know, something to keep in mind on, but a lot of older homes here in northern Colorado have that. All real tile in here as well, from the laundry room to the bathrooms. They did put in a decent vanity. I will say they kind of cheaped out. They kind of cheaped out on the faucets. Those are kind of your cheap basic faucets on that side. So might want replaced, but those things are going to work fine for quite a few years until you want to upgrade anything. This place does have quite a little few pocket closets as well. Any of these little 2-foot doors are just good spots for storing any type of products or linens on that side. And then coming into the master bedroom, this is carpeted. Bedroom's actually a pretty good size on that side. They did put quite a bit of furniture in here, but it's big enough for a king bed plus a couple dressers on that side if you're a dresser group on that end, and would still feel spacious. Does actually have a ceiling fan, which I'm kind of surprised at. Most of these homes never put ceiling fans in. And like I said, all new windows. I think I've said that 3 times now, but it is a nice thing to have because it does just create a little bit more quality when it comes to efficiency and how the home feels when you're inside. Just makes it nice and quiet. Coming into the master bathroom on that end, nice way of using the space. I mean, for this only being about a 1,400 square foot home, the space is done really well. I do like the tile choices on that side. I know it's not everybody's flavor, but I think it looks nice in this home especially. Double vanity in this one. Plenty of space for 2 people to be able to get ready in the morning. You know, if you have a lot of products, there's not a whole bunch of counter space here, but there could be some ways you can go in and add a little extra counter space around it. This master bedroom does face towards the west, and so this is your view from your bathroom window. I can go show you guys where the master bedroom window, but great privacy in here. No window coverings on any of these, so getting some blinds at some point wouldn't be a half bad deal. This master bathroom is one spot where I do feel the floor dipping a little bit, but this is also a nice big shower, big enough for me to fit in there and not feel cramped. You technically could fit 2 people in there if you really wanted to. But right about here in the dead center of this floor, I'll put my foot here, but right about here is where there's a little bit of a dip that you can feel when you're walking through. Again, it's more of a cosmetic thing and not something you can really fix unless you really go in after the foundation, which most people can't really do or afford on that side, and it's just not really worth it at the end of the day. Now, this used to be a 3-bedroom at one point, so this was technically the 3rd bedroom. It used to have a door right where this little pocket door was at one point for this bedroom, but they did turn this into kind of a master closet / extra room for the master bedroom, so you could turn this into an office as well, or another little sleeping area if you really wanted to, but this is really specifically for the closet. This closet does face towards the east side of Fort Collins. and is very covered up, so you'll really never see anybody from this room, especially on that end. Has some nice build-ins, which is a nice little feature as well. Any of these dressers, mirrors, that's just all staging on that side, so not something that will come with the property, but you could always ask for it and see what happens. A little extra closet and space around here as well. That's pretty much for the inside. Really good space. I haven't seen any major issues other than the flooring, like I said, having those little dips. But like I said, overall, this has been a really good quality build. They did take their time. They caulked through all the trim boards. All the trim that goes around the doors is all caulked too, so you don't see any seams. Right above me is a whole house fan, which is really nice for the summertime to drag cool air around the home. And as you get back into the main living room area, like I said, this is where they really spent the money and really put the time and effort into. And it does make this home feel very inviting and open. Last place we'll check out really quick is going to be the garage. Probably my favorite part of every house. This garage is definitely a lot better on that side than some of the other ones I've seen in a long time. Nice, oversized double car garage. Sorry, it's a little bit echoey in here. Fully repainted flooring. No major cracking in the flooring that I can see, which is a really nice deal on that side. It is all brick where the fireplace is at, so it's nice and safe for that as well. And they did add a nice little mudroom area in here, and everything has been kind of painted and cleaned over, so it's just a really overall really nice feeling garage. I do not believe this garage is insulated. One reason is these are not insulated panels for the garage door. So just, you know, if you're wanting to be a woodworker or be doing work outside, going in here and insulating a little bit of this would make this a lot better. But overall, like sealability wise, to where you're not going to feel a bunch of air gusts through here. Today is a relatively windy day and it's very still and quiet in here. And then you do also have the access to extra storage above here if you wanted to put some storage in your attic space. Not always really recommended on that side. It's not really load-bearing 2x6s and 2x4s that are up there, but people do use it, especially when the homes don't have nearly as much space for storage. And this is going to be just the last little spot coming out back to the backyard. And nice easy access to bring your mower out and be able to come out and mow your yard at the end of the day. But overall, like I said, really nice home, really good quality. Everything feels really nice and tight. Few minor issues around the outside of the home with the siding and the negative slope going towards the home. But those are all things that can be addressed over time on that side. Well, I hope you guys like this one. Let me know what your guys' questions are. Let me know what you guys need answer-wise. And happy to try and sit down and just kind of discuss through this home with you. And anything else you need to know kind of about the neighborhood or area too, just let me know on that side. Well, we'll be in touch, guys, and hope you guys have a good rest of your night.